levels of support. So on today's update video, I will be discussing what is next for Bitcoin. I will be talking about this massive crash we're currently getting. What are my targets on the lower side right now, where I think Bitcoin is going to be finding any support. So I will be talking about this and many other very important data points in the market which are telling us something about what currently is happening. So without any further ado, don't forget to once again slam that like button back above 1,000 likes. That will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. So currently we can see Bitcoin is having a massive drop towards the downside. And what we can clearly see is that currently the RSI is getting significantly oversold. And historically speaking, like you can see, always once the RSI gets so oversold on the 1 hour time frame, or whenever it gets so overbought, we tend to either see a top in the market getting created or a slight bottom in the market. So I do believe that right now we are most likely at the end stage before we're going to be seeing another consolidation and potentially another leg down here. But I do believe that we're at the end stage and we're about to be getting some consolidation or a bounce back towards the upside again. And if you want to be using this indicator as well, which is telling us something about the market condition, you can right now get it for free. If you go to the indicator tab on the top side, you type in crypto.c and you can find the advanced RSI indicator, and you can use it yourself for free if you are interested in using this. And honestly, the question really remains, where do I really think this drop is going to be stopping? Because after Bitcoin created this bear flag pattern sitting right here around $70,000, we broke down and currently are seeing the continuation lower. And we really need to see where this big support is going to get found for Bitcoin. So currently we're breaking this upward sloping support line. And realistically speaking, the next big support for Bitcoin is just going to be this green box in the market. This green box in the market clearly previously provided massive resistance right here, massive support. And I said it as well in my previous videos that yes, if we are going to be getting a rejection from the top side of the region, we are most likely going to be going back towards the lower side of the region, which is of course laying around $67,000. So $67,000 is going to be the big support for Bitcoin, and $67,000 is exactly this green box right here. And honestly, if we break below this green box right here, then it is going to be likely that we're going to be seeing a continuation lower. But as long as we're holding this range right here, I believe that still Bitcoin could ultimately bounce higher, because yeah, we are currently still in a bullish consolidation towards the upside. Because if we're currently approaching Bitcoin, indeed, we created, of course, this left shoulder, this head, this big reversal towards the upside, and now we're creating the right shoulder, and you can clearly see that we're still creating higher low after higher low after higher low. So realistically speaking, Bitcoin is still trading in an uptrend, and there is not a big reason to really be worrying about Bitcoin until we really break below this very important red box of support. So indeed, we're seeing a massive drop towards the downside. Bitcoin is still holding this upward sloping support line, and one of the most important boxes is going to be this range right here. So as long as we're holding above $67,000, everything is looking okay. And actually as well, which is very interesting, and this once again confirms that spot ETF money is not necessarily smart money, but it looks to be more dumb money. Because last week, while we were very close towards all-time highs, we saw massive inflows, and now while we're dropping again, we're seeing once again outflows on the spot Bitcoin ETF. So last week we had a record week, and now we're starting the week with some negative flows. This is not necessarily all too bad, but I do want to be pointing out is that yesterday we saw a $65 million spot Bitcoin ETF outflow. So yeah, looking further, we can currently see that we are also starting to see negative funding rate again, and this means that the majority of the market is actually trading short. And while the majority of the market is trading short, it is of course going to fuel the market eventually with a bigger short squeeze. And looking at the liquidation heat map, we can currently still see that there's in about $12 billion worth of Bitcoin short liquidations laying between 72 and 73,000 US dollars. So ultimately, I'm still expecting Bitcoin is going to be bouncing higher, but like you can see, we have seen a massive drop towards the downside. I am still in my long position because ultimately I think Bitcoin is still going to be bouncing higher. We're seeing an ever so slight drop right now here, but I will only start to close my trade if Bitcoin breaks below this very important support box, which I mentioned earlier in this video. And if you think right now, oh, I am also interested in trading, you can currently sign up an account yourself completely for free and claim a free $200 trade on Bitcoin or Ethereum. And how you can do this is go to the link description of today's video. And if you then press on this link right here, you can currently claim that free $200 trade if you sign up an account using the link below and deposit $100 in your first 7 days. So it's an extremely valuable deposit bonus, which you can currently claim. So if you're interested, check it out in the link description of today's video. Honestly, as well, on the daily time frame right now, we were looking at this massive downward sloping resist line, which was, in my opinion, a very important level. And we were starting to create somewhat of a symmetrical triangle. And now we're starting to see that we're actually breaking down of it. So the consolidation phase Bitcoin was creating is currently breaking down. And this is truly a very worrisome breakdown in my opinion. So yeah, pretty unfortunate to be seeing. And yeah, just like I said earlier in the video, we're currently creating an inverse head and shoulders pattern. And as long as we're not breaking through the previous range low in the market, things are looking okay. But as soon as we do break below that, I think we're going to be seeing a bigger trend reversal. But for now, I remain to be bullish unless we're going to be breaking below that level. So right on the daily time frame, we can see a massive consolidation phase. And whenever we're going to be breaking out of the consolidation phase is where we're going to be getting the big move. And on the 2-week time frame, we can also clearly see we're just in the middle phase of this massive retest of this massive previous resistance, which is currently getting retested. And yeah, we're seeing that this resistance is getting retested as support right now. So ultimately, we're going higher, but it's just going to be a matter of time. And if you're going to be looking at what stage of the market we're most likely going to be going higher, you can see that on the turf halving on Bitcoin, it took us an approximately 10 weeks before the first real rally started to be happening on Bitcoin. And if we're then going to be comparing where we're currently sitting, and we're going to be also comparing it to 2 weeks, we're in approximately 2 weeks out right now before we're most likely going to see the first rally, if we're going to be seeing, or if we're going to be counting history as an indication. So please make sure to be a little bit more patient. I think that Bitcoin is most likely still going to be consolidated sideways for a little while. And yes, this consolidation phase and these levels I'm pointing out on this video are definitely the most important levels, because I called this level while we were still sitting on the top side right here. I knew this was an important level for Bitcoin to break, and we exactly got rejected from it and currently moved all the way down towards the big support level again here. So yeah, that is why I point out these levels. But anyways, guys, this is it for me in today's update video. I'm still building my new studio, which is quite insane, with this massive Bitcoin logo. If you do enjoy it, don't forget to slap on the like button, subscribe to the channel, and see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.